Salutations to all our future judges. In this video, we are going to see the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Subsection 8. Judge. Who is a judge? Anyone who is presiding in a civil court or any officer who is presiding officer in a civil court, he is considered to be a judge or is called as a judge. Let us move to subsection 9. What is a judgment? Simply the statement given by the judge about the grounds of the decree or order. So if a judge is saying on what basis I am giving this decree or order, the statement given by the judge is generally considered to be a judgment. Now let us move to subsection 10. Judgment debtor. Who is a judgment debtor? If a decree is obtained by a person or a decree is obtained against a person, so if a decree is obtained against a person, or if there is an order which is capable of execution obtained in favor of a person, in all these situations the person is called as judgment debtor. Subsection 11. Legal representative. Who is a legal representative? So if someone is representing the estate of a deceased person, he is a legal representative. And it also includes any person who intermeddles. That is a term which is used in the Act. Intermeddle means like who can interfere or come in between with respect to the estate of the deceased. And if a party is filing a case, a party sues or is sued in a representative character. For example, if someone is filing a case against me as a representative of another person, that person is also a legal representative. Or if I am suing on behalf of my friend, then I am the legal representative. So that is a point. So next is subsection 12, which is mean profits. What is this mean profits? So if a person is having a wrongful possession of a property and enjoying all the benefits from there, then in that case, together with interest on such profits, I can claim from that person. That is called as mean profits. To understand this in a simple way, if I am holding a property in a wrongful way, then in that case, if I am enjoying some benefit in that property, the rightful owner can claim that benefits from me. However, there is one exception. There is a particular thing which is not included in the mean profits. If I am holding a property or I am holding a wrongful portion of a property, I am constructing a building in that particular property. In that case, with respect to that particular building which I constructed, I am getting some profits. Whether that profit is covered in the mean profit, the answer is no. That profit is not covered. Next is subsection 13. Movable property. A special thing what we would like to mention here is movable property includes growing crops. That is the term they are used. So it means there are so many things which are covered under movable property, but it also includes growing crops. Generally, we think like growing crops are not movable, hence it is not covered under movable property. So this is the area of confusion where questions could be asked. So the next subsection is 14. Order. What is an order? So when a formal expression is given by a court, by a civil court, then that is called as order, but it should not be a decree. Next, let us move to subsection 15. Pleader. Who is a pleader? Any person who is entitled to appear and plead for another in court. If I can appear on behalf of someone and represent his case to the court, I am a pleader. And it also includes advocate, vakil, and an attorney of a high court. It also includes these people. So if the court is authorizing me to appear on behalf of a person, I become a pleader. I may be a law graduate, I may not be a law graduate, that is immaterial. But if the court is permitting me to appear on behalf of a person, or if I am personally appearing on my own behalf and I am arguing my own case, then I become the pleader. Pleader not only includes advocate, vakil, and an attorney, but also includes the person who can appear on behalf of another person and plead in the court. Now let us move to subsection 16. Prescribed, that is the word which is used. Prescribed means prescribed by rules. The rules say, like this is how you should do this. Then it is prescribed. Let us move to subsection 17. Public officer. Who is the public officer? Any person who is falling under the descriptions which are going to give now is a public officer. First is very simple, all judges. All judges are public officers. Simple. Then B. A person who is a member of All India Service. Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, so many services are there. So anyone who is a member of that All India Service, he is a public officer. So a gazetted officer or commissioned officer in the military, naval or air forces of the Union while serving under the government. So if he is serving under the government, he is called as a public officer with respect to military, naval and other air forces. Now let us move to D. So in a court of justice, there is an officer. His duty is to investigate or report any matter of law or fact. It is his duty. That person is also a public officer. Then, if there is an officer who has to keep any document or he has to authenticate any document, he is also a public officer. And if there is an officer who should take care of a property, he has to take care of it, he has to dispose the property, that person is also a legal officer. And if the court is giving any order, this person has to go and execute it, then that person is also a public officer. And if there is anyone who can administer any oath, or he can interpret or preserve an order in the court. If the court is given an order, he can preserve it or he can interpret that order, then that person is also a public officer. And every person authorized by the court to perform any such duties. For example, if there is a person who is authorized by the court is saying you go and do this job, and that person is doing based on the order of the court, that person is also a public officer. E. Every person who holds any office, based on that authority, he is empowered to keep a person in confinement. For example, if there is a police officer, he is holding an office, he is holding a post as a police officer. In that case, he is empowered to keep a person in confinement to prevent any untoward incidents. In that case, he is authorized. So he also becomes a police officer. And he is also a public officer in turn. Now F. If there is a person whose duty is to prevent any offences from happening and to give information of offences, to bring offenders to justice, and he should also protect the public, their health, their safety, their convenience. Everything has to be protected by that person. He is having that duty. In that case, that person is also called as a public officer. G. Every officer who can keep or expend any property on behalf of the government. To simply understand this, on behalf of the government, he will keep some properties. For example, imagine if there is a motor vehicle which has been seized. Government is holding it for so many years, nobody has come to claim it. Then what they'll do, they'll auction this property. So imagine if an officer is doing this work, he is called as a public officer. Or if there is an authority who is going to survey or assess, he is also a public officer. Or contract on behalf of the government, he is also a public officer. So if there is a revenue due from a person, an individual has to pay the dues to the revenue department, he has not paid it. So what can the government do? The government will try to execute that and collect the money from that person. So the officer who is doing this duty, he is also a public officer and he can investigate, or a person who can report on any matter affecting the pecuniary interest of the government. Pecuniary interest is nothing but the money benefit which a government would get, or financial impact which would be caused. Or if there is a person or an officer who is authenticated to keep any document relating to the pecuniary interests of the government. He is authorized or is authenticated to keep the document relating to the pecuniary interests of the government. For example, if there is a bond which is available to the government, say government has invested some money in a foreign country and they have received a document to that extent, and a person is authorized or authenticated to keep the document. So if that person is preserving the document, he is also a public officer. Or an officer who is engaged or whose duty is to prevent the infraction of any law for protection of pecuniary interest. For example, if there is a pecuniary interest or the financial benefit for the government, and some officer is trying to protect the law or protect the proper or prevent the infraction of any law, he is also called as public officer. H. Every officer who is getting paid by the government for performing any public duty by fees or commission. He can also get as a commission or he can get as a fees. So that person is also falling under public officer. So you should be in the service or pay of the government. That is very important. You should be on roll. Now subsection 18. Rules includes rules as well as forms which are available in the first schedule are made under section 122 or section 125. Subsection 19. Share in a corporation. This shall include debenture stock, debentures or bonds. So as you all know, when I try to purchase a share in a company, share in a corporation, so it shall include the stock which is available there and the debenture stock, wherein I give a debenture on receiving some money, or in some cases it could be stock also. So that is called as a debenture stock. So what is debenture? Debenture is where I pay money, I receive money and I give a document to them saying that I have received money from you. They generally called as debentures or bonds. Let us move to subsection 20. Signed. So what does the word signed define? Save in the case of a judgment or a decree, except in the judgment or a decree, it includes stamps. So it should be stamped. If you like the video, please do press the thumbs up button and leave your comments in the comment section. And do subscribe the channel and also share the channel with your friends. Let us join hands together and contribute for a learned society. Thank you.